Hello Aquarius, welcome to Quarter Moon Tarot and welcome to your reading for the month of July. Let's see what this month has in store for Aquarius. So this is your card for the first week of July, second week, third week and the fourth week. So in the first week of July, what does Aquarius have? See the bigger picture. Alright, before you really get started on something, before you make plans, before you take a decision, you need to look at or even dealing with whatever you are you need to see the larger picture, the consequences, and get a bird's eye view of things. Right, it's time to think big. It's time to be a little more future oriented in the first week of July, Aquarius. Got the Lovers, card of choices, and of course relationships, Six of Cups going back, and the High Priestess. See, this is the time for you to think through things carefully. It's not a time to take any action, because here with Sagittarius, it's like you need to really be sure of your focus before you pull the bowstring, right? And that's what these cards are saying, that whatever it is about your past, Aquarius, whatever it is about the choices you need to make about relationships from the past, relationships with your siblings, people you knew in your childhood when you were in school, college, etc., patching up with others, or mending rifts, mending bridges between you and another person. You need to think of all of those things before you really start doing that. Look at the consequences it might have for you as far as the future is concerned. If you are taking a decision, see how long will you be able to carry it, whether it's something you want for the future of your future days also. So this relationship, and how it's going to pan out in the future, what it means to you, and how serious you are about it for the long term, all of those things need to be thought through very, very carefully, and do take into account what you intuitively feel about all of these things before you get started. So the first week of July is all about this kind of contemplation. This is about the time to think of a long-term perspective of a certain relationship, a certain connection, and thinking it through from all possible angles before you really decide on something. You really need to keep the future in mind with this. Second week of July, Aquarius, we have practice gratitude. So you got two cards of Sagittarius, right? Two cards ruled by Jupiter. One is both cards are of the sign Sagittarius, both ruled by Jupiter. It is a card and a sign which talks of the future, and it also is a card and a sign of plenty. So it's like this, these are good, generous energies. Queen of Swords, Temperance, the Queen of Coins. See, the Queen of Coins, of course, the Queen of Pentacles is someone who has all the resources she needs. She knows how to use them well. So for you also, Aquarius, you've got everything you need. You've got a sharp, incisive mind. You know what works, what does not work. You do not mince your words. You're very clear in your thought. You need to get a balance. See, the Temperance card is right between the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Pentacles. It's not about you need to balance both these, all what you have, and also being very clear in your mind how you need to use what you have. So practice gratitude. Don't feel don't focus on what you lack. Put your focus on what you have. Be clear about what you can do with all of that, rather than focusing on what you don't have. And I think if I connected with this particular week, the first week, it's not about going back to something because it's missing in your life. Also see what you already have in your life, what is already with you, rather than chasing something what you don't have. And that is how if I blend both these cards and the energies of all these 8 cards over here, they're all pointing to the fact that before you reignite something, before you reconnect with somebody, you need to see what what is in your present. You have enough, you have a lot, and it is all very good. You probably just need to, you just need to see that for yourself, Aquarius, before you, go after something which is not there. So what you don't have vis-a-vis what you have, you need to, bring about the temperance in your life, get that balance, and then, proceed with getting something, having something returning to you. Take stock of what you have, its worth, its value. That's what pentacles are about. No, think it through in a very logical way. This is not the time to follow your heart. Other than the cup cards, six of cups, it's not to do with emotions, it's to do with rational, practical, and thinking in a way which is for your benefit. What is it that you really need? What is it that you really value? Weigh all of that in the second week of July. Third week of July, Aquarius, we have assessed the situation. It's time to be very, very practical, having, poured over all these details. Now you really, till the third week of July, it's all about assessing everything and taking stock of, everything big and small before you really take a decision. Assess the situation. That's the Virgo card of also being a little critical, as in, the Queen of Swords is, the critical thinking. What do I need? Do I need it? Yes or no? There is no maybe or maybe later, as of now, nothing like that. So, be that critical about, the choices you are making. So you got Nine of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and the Tower, right? So as you process all of these things, there will be that realization for you. Small points keep coming to your mind. Small things which, if you pay attention, you will see how they're going to manifest, how they're going to affect, how they're going to, shape things for you, Aquarius. All of that, those are all going to give you deep insights, and by the third week, things are going to become really, really clear for you. The Tower card is not all about, always about, shocking revelations and, big time turnarounds and, things crashing down. No, it's also about, you get a person getting an understanding of the truth, and a person getting an understanding for what is working, what is not working, and the understanding of what you are doing and what is going to lead to. So all of these things, you have to be very, very practical. You've got two pentacle cards here and one over here. You with this relationship, if it is not about the relationship, whatever it is that you are, you need to think through very clearly. You have to be practical, and your thought has to be, it's all about being practical and thinking clearly. Don't bring in the emotions here. Even if it's a past relationship for some of you, don't go by how you felt. Now you see, the ramifications of this person in your life, how it's going to, impact you and the practical day-to-day living, and how is it going to affect you, as far as your thoughts are concerned. Your emotions, you've also grown, you've also evolved, you've also changed. You are in a different environment now. You're a different person now, Aquarius. Bringing that, your past, into the future, is it a good idea? You need to think that. Is it being practical? You need to think that. Does it, give you clear answers about how things are going to move forward? You need to think about all of that. So these fine details need to be ironed out and seen in the third week of July, Aquarius. Okay, you'll get your understanding of what is important and what is not. Fourth week of July, I have reflect on your priorities. All of this month, see, this is your own card, Aquarius, your priorities and how they're going to impact your future. You need to, the whole month needs to go in assessing this very, very minutely and carefully. It's not the time to be doing anything at all, Aquarius. You need to really think things through, because I think every week you're going to have new insights, new revelations, new details coming up, new, buried stuff coming up, and new thoughts coming up. So don't act on this relationship for now, this reconnection for now. See, again, this is the past, right? So you have to look at, life now, not what was in the past. What do you have in your hand? She's got the pentacle. It's like what you have right now. This is something which you had. This is what you have. You have to see both things, the had and the have. The Devil and the Queen of Wands. You need to be bold. You need to be full of confidence, as far as your decision is taken, decision taking is making is concerned. You need to take a very clear look at, you know, all what has transpired with this particular relationship. With the devil card over here, don't let, don't get trapped by falsehood, if I can say that. Don't get tempted by what was in the past. Stand in your present, Aquarius, and then take a decision. The past must have been very nice. That's why, it is tempting you. That is why it is calling back, calling you, it's calling out to you again and again. And that must have been a very nice time. But that is a temptation, you are likely to give into. But with the Queen of Wands, she is very, bold, upfront, confident about the kind of steps she's taking. So whether it is you returning or you letting go of it, you need to be very, very sure of your own decision, and take on how things are going to open up for you with respect to the decision you take. And for a few of you, it's also about just keeping a check on your passion and your intense feelings, right? So here this card says focus on your priorities. Your priorities should, you should not decide on something based on your intense passion. That's what also the Queen of Wands is. Intense passion, what you used to feel, the past, the very nice past, the very unpleasant past. No, those are not the basis on which you should decide anything for your present, and because it's going to impact your future. So all of this month, Aquarius, you need to think through everything, whatever these cards have suggested for you, and not to take a decision at least till end of July also, because here at the end of the month, you will still be reflecting on the past is going to come back very strongly. So the past comes back strongly with a lot of energy. That's what the Queen of Wands is. Intense energy you are going to feel when you think about it, but that's not the time and that's not the way to take a decision. One should take a decision with a cool mind, with a cool heart, with a cool head, right? All energies in balance, in temperance. So the suggestion is not to do anything, but just to think through everything and get your ponder over everything, and just wait for the August reading, which will point you in the direction, but not the time to take a decision right now. Okay, so with that, I'll wrap it up. Thank you for watching.